Why are there so many homes for sale in the villages?
Who's responsible for when golfers damage homes?
Those topics and a lot more today. We've got a great show for you. I'm Jerry.
I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers, and we live in the Villages, Florida, as our loyal viewers know. And we bring you all kinds of topics of concern to retirees, everything from budgets to fun, day trips, and everything in between. And we're glad you're with us here today. Today we're going to have another great bubble wrap.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. If you had a gas or a water emergency in your house, would you know how to shut off those services? That's on this week's bubble wrap.
And Ask Amy.
A new pet of the week.
And a whole lot more.
Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Some of you noticed that we like to have fun with the channel. We use AI a little bit now. Now, not the kind of AI that's, scheduling things and that sort of thing. No, just for illustrations and fun. Things like this, where I said, hey, we need something to show that we live in the villages. So isn't that cool? And I've got some good ideas for that in the future that we can use. But how about this one? Here's a picture of Linda and myself right here. And now you say, and here's what we look like.
And here's what we look like when we're 90.
Yeah, AI can do that. We don't look too good there.
No, we don't. I guess I better work on it.
But it's fun and it's pretty realistic. It's just amazing what we can do nowadays. And so we have a lot of fun with that, especially with the thumbnails for our show. We got some of our garage organization finished. We had cabinets around the top of our garage. We talk about storage.
Yeah.
It's a big problem.
Yeah.
She had an idea.
I did. I said, let's get rid of the cabinets because they're kind of shallow, and we had a lot that were under the cabinets, and it was an eyesore. So we decided to go with the shelving units from Lowe's, and so we got that done about a week ago.
Yeah, we bought these 3 big shelving units, and we bought the containers from...
big tubs.
What are those? What brand are those?
Sterilite.
Sterilite.
Yeah.
They're black with the yellow tops.
Yeah.
And we're in the process of socking all our stuff away in there and labeling it and trying to get some semblance of organization in there.
Yeah, we're about 95% done because the other 5% is a box in the middle of the garage that says, what do we do with this? Or we don't really need this anymore. We need to take it and go give it, donate it, sell it, put it out on the street. So we've got still about 5% left to chop.
Yeah, and here's something for you folks. Everybody loves to meet Linda. Tomorrow you're going to get a chance to. She's going to take anybody that wants to join her on a walk. Now, everybody's on your own, but she's going to lead you around the Hog-Eye Path.
They may be leading me.
Oh yeah, you're gonna lead each other around the Hog-Eye Path. So she's going to meet tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. at Edna's on the Green in the parking lot. Yeah. And any of you that want to go for just a nice walk around that path, come on, bring your cameras and have a great time.
Maybe a name tag so I'll know who you are.
Yeah, bring a name tag if you like, and a drink of water and,
bring
and have fun. I may or may not be there.
9 o'clock you probably
We'll
won't.
see. We'll see. I'm a very busy guy. But anyway, that's going to be fun. And we look forward to seeing your pictures that you take on the walk. And you'll get to meet Linda and have a great time. It's time for our viewer video. We got a couple of them today.
What's up, Jerry and Linda? Scott Weaver's back. We could not find any morel mushrooms. Tina and I were out there for at least 3 hours. Couldn't find anything, so we just kind of gave up. But we're back at our home to have some lunch. And I just want to show you how beautiful this is out here. I know you said you had a farm at one time. This is where we go fishing right off our deck. And we really enjoy ourselves here in Missouri. But guess what? We're on our way back to the villages. We'll see you soon.
We happen to be in Florida. We came to visit Gizmo's Bench.
Thank you, Scott. Scott's a frequent contributor. And in fact, his son is Roman, who owns Cars to Carts.
Yeah, Cars to Carts.
auto detailing and golf cart detailing and did a beautiful job on our cart. You saw him on a show a few weeks ago. And how about that view of Gizmo's bench?
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, those folks sent us in the picture, and you can see that we have a new plaque on that bench.
We do.
And that's in honor of Dr. Tom Drabchick.
Yes.
He was the guiding light behind that bench. He approached us at a driveway party that we were invited to years ago.
Yeah.
And he said, let me help you do that, and let's talk to the viewers and raise money and see if we can get a bench for Gizmo. And what a great idea, and he did it.
Yes.
And he has since passed away. It was very sudden, last July 4th, and we think a lot of Tom. And we wanted to make sure that he was remembered on that bench. And by the way, since our viewers, friends of our channel, the Newcomers crew, you all chipped in on that bench. That's your bench too.
Yeah.
That's your bench. So please go sit on it and enjoy it and enjoy that view. It's right on a beautiful pond.
Yeah.
It's right next to the Clarendon Rec Center.
Yeah.
There's a walking trail around the Clarendon Trail. Where that walking trail meets the multimodal path, that's where Gizmo's bench is. And we hope to see you sitting there, and send us in pictures.
And I'd like to add, take a wet wipe with you. Last time we went, a couple of birds decided they'd like to sit on that bench too. So if you have a wet wipe in your pocket, that might work.
Why didn't I think of that?
This next question is from Robert and Sally. What are your thoughts about whether to buy a new home or to buy a pre-owned home? It seems like there are lots of both available now.
Right, there are. I don't think I've ever seen so many homes for sale in the villages, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
So what do you buy? Do you buy a home or do you buy a neighborhood?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I always buy a home, but I don't know.
We bought the home.
Yeah.
We got lucky with the neighborhood.
Yes.
We're in the village of Dunedin. We bought it because I found the listing online. After we went home from our lifestyle, we didn't pull the trigger on the lifestyle. Mm-mm. And soon after, the homes we looked at were all gone.
Yeah.
So we found this one, set everything in motion, and boom, we made it happen. So we like the idea of a pre-owned home. Let me tell you what was done to this home. Now, we've done a lot since we moved in.
Yeah.
But let's tell them what we got from buying a pre-owned home that we would not have had in a new home. Plantation shutters. It's one thing that this home had that wouldn't have been here in a new home. What else?
They had cornices around the windows and molding around the ceilings.
Beautiful woodwork.
Yeah.
They have the big,
molding.
the nice tall base, and then beautiful ornate chair rail,
Right.
and wainscoting in places.
Yes.
So you don't get that in a new home usually.
They had a glassed-in lanai, which was wonderful.
They had already glassed in the lanai. That would have been probably a $15,000, $20,000 proposition. It had a mini split in there. That's not going to come with your new home.
They had an epoxy garage floor, which we really liked.
Love that garage floor. There's a shade across the back of the house, exterior, that lowers and raises and really helps with that.
And the home was actually stretched too.
Yeah, the home was a little bigger, but they can get that in a home, in a new home. They can have a stretch. There's a UV filter on the air conditioner that filters the air that we breathe. That was here.
And it had beautiful appliances.
Beautiful appliances. The home was less than 3 years old when we bought it. So it had that new home feel.
Right.
The gutters were already on this home. The person that lived here was a do-it-yourselfer. He was a builder, and he did a lot of really nice things. The driveway was painted.
Right.
You're not going to get that on a brand new construction. So I think you can see there were a lot of things that they had upgraded that you're not going to get. The garage was full of cabinets.
The lanai floor was painted.
Painted lanai floor. Just a lot of things like that. Now on a new home, the plus is you're going to get a brand new home. Nobody's slept in it. There's no dirt in it. Nobody else has abused that home. The appliances are going to be new. It's going to have a really special feel in that it's your home. On a brand new home, your taxes may be a bit higher. On the newer homes, the bonds are probably going to be higher. On ours, we were so lucky. They had paid off the bond, which was incredible. That was a big thing for us.
Yeah.
And on a new home, you're going to get to pick your neighborhood. You're going to be moving in at the same time as all your neighbors. And so you're going to kind of form a bond. You'll all be new if you buy a new home.
Yeah.
You're moving in together, you're sharing things, maybe you're hiring the same grass cutter for all the neighbors. And that way you only have one day a week upset by that whining of the lawnmower and the weed eater and the blower and all that sort of thing. You may want to hang out with people your own age.
Right. The neighborhoods south of 44 are a little bit younger neighborhoods, so that may be a choice for you.
Now, in a new neighborhood, there's a good chance that a lot of the people moving in will be 55-ish. So you've got that going for it. But ultimately, it all comes down to a matter of taste. As far as cost, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of cost difference. You may pay a little bit more for a pre-owned home because of all those enhancements they've done, or maybe the bond is paid. We paid more for ours because the bond was paid.
Right.
But we're glad that they paid it off, and we don't worry about that at all. So it's just a matter of taste, a matter of location. We prefer north of 44. It has a better feel to us.
Yeah, to us.
Now, our landscaping up here is much more established, but I've noticed in newer neighborhoods like Marsh Bend and DeLuna and Finney, they have grown up and they're looking really good. But you may want instant gratification like we did. In that case, it might be a pre-owned home. If you don't mind waiting a while, those new homes are going to look just as good. It's all up to you. Bubble Wrap is brought to you today by R&R Swimming Pools. If we were going to build a pool, R&R Swimming Pools would be our #1 choice.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. If you had a water leak in your house or a problem with your gas stove or other gas appliance, you need to know how to shut off the mains. On this week's Bubble Wrap, I'll show you what you need to get the job done. In most homes in the villages, your water shutoff is going to be behind this access door right here. But because I have these filters right here, my water shutoff is up here. When it's in line like this, it's on. When you turn it like that, so that the valve is perpendicular, the water in your house is now off. In my house, I have leak detectors under places where I might get a leak. This is my air conditioning unit. You can see my leak detector is right here. These send a radio frequency out and then alerts me on my phone if there's a water leak in my house. And if there is, it sounds like this. My leak detectors are made by a company called Govee, G-O-V-E-E. You can see I have 7 of these leak detectors around the house, and I've labeled them so that if there's a leak, it'll tell me which one is the problem. But you always need to be able to turn off your water if there's an issue in your house. For your gas service, you need to find your gas meter. It's usually located near your garage, outside your garage, almost always painted gray, and you're going to need a crescent wrench like this. And come down here, Kim, I'll show you. To turn it off, you just put the crescent wrench on and then turn the gas valve like that. You'll know it's off when these holes align. Also, just like the water service, when it is perpendicular to the line, it's off. And when it goes with the gas line, it's on. When you're finished, just make sure you turn it back on again. It's my advice that every homeowner should know how to handle these things. Be able to shut off your gas. Be able to shut off your water. That way, if there's a leak in your home, you can save a load of money on damages. I'm Peter Bernard, and that's this week's Bubble Wrap.
Thank you, Peter. Peter, you know, he's a gladiator. He works so hard to bring you that bubble wrap, and he does it for you. And it's not easy to come up with a new topic or something that he thinks will help homeowners each and every week. And we appreciate him, and I know that you all do. If you do, let him know in the comments section.
It's time for Out and About.
We went to a new place this week. It's an FMK restaurant. It's inside the Sawgrass complex.
Right.
And you go into the market area there, and it's in the back. It's called Luma.
It's a different type of a restaurant. It's not like you sit down, they give you menus. You're going to go up and choose your meal and then go through the line. And it was a great experience.
Right, it's Mediterranean. And these are things that I typically don't eat. Now, it's really her cup of tea. But I found something that was delicious. I had the chicken. And then they'll take you across a sandwich bar where I'm calling it that, I don't know what to call it, where you pick the toppings you want. And they have a ton of things. I like a couple of them. She likes a lot of them. From pickled onions to
Olives.
Tomatoes, olives, peppers, and you dress up. I got the pita with spicy chicken, and it was just great. And they put their signature sauce on there, and it's good. It's really good. And they have drinks there. What did you get to eat?
I had one of the bowls, and it was great. You pick the base of your bowl if you want lettuce or if you want jasmine rice, romaine lettuce or jasmine rice, and there may be another choice. But then you start filling up things. You put vegetables, your toppings, your dressings, your sauce, your crunch. There's a crunch you can add to it. So it was quite lovely and lots of choices. I mean, there's some endless ways to make your meal. And,
no, it's very low key. I mean, you can dress in shorts, you could come after pickleball, you could come after swimming, you could sit down inside or you can take it outside.
Yeah.
We went with Steve and Amy, two good friends of ours, and they both opted for I always say it wrong, it looks like gyro, but I think it's gyro sandwich, and that's lamb.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lamb.
Don't think about it. But you know what? One of the best points too, not best, but the food was delicious. The price is great. They have a great pricing, and which is great. It doesn't break the bank. So for lunch, it was perfect.
Yeah, $7.95, $8.95. Drinks, I think, are $3.50.
Yeah, great.
Not expensive to eat there, and it's kind of an event. You can, like I said, take your food outside. Yeah. If you go during entertainment, you can sit there and be entertained out in Sawgrass. And
healthy. I loved it. I really did.
It was good. We went for a ride in the golf cart the other day.
Yeah.
And it was just so nice out. We went through the neighborhood of Case and Hammock.
Yeah.
And we rounded one corner, and what did we see?
Well, we saw a couple gentlemen sitting out in the street. I mean, literally in the street.
They had rigged up this contraption with a dolly that had a recliner on it. And they both had one. And they were out in the street reclining. Well, we got the mayor and the assistant mayor. That's all we need.
Right. He's been impeached.
I'm going to get over on this side because the sun's in my face.
I love your show, by the way. Though.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is the first show I watched when I was thinking of moving down.
And what's your name?
Pat.
Pat?
George.
George?
This is the perfect time of the season.
I loved it. That was so much fun.
The only problem with that, I would love to do that just about every night. That would be so fun. Is where are you going to store those chairs? There's two of them. Where are you going to do that? Our garages are just not made for that. Maybe they've got it worked out.
Yeah, I have a feeling everybody had their own chair and they brought it out of their garage and rolled it down the street.
But thank you. And we got an email from one of those fellas yesterday. Pat
nice.
sent that in. So thank you very much. And that was a good thing to see. And I'll bet you some of our viewers are going to be sitting out with their new recliners. Part 2 of that question from Robert and Sally that we had earlier says, what's the deal? Why are there so many homes for sale in the villages? That's a great question. Back in, I'm going to say 2024, 2023, 2022, it was a seller's market. But now it looks like a buyer's market to me. I decided to take the question to an expert. So here's Mark Gilbo with his take on why are there so many houses out there?
Hi, Jerry and Linda. I have a show coming out just talking about this. Why is there so much inventory on the market? But one of the biggest reasons no one is talking about is the silent increase of inventory. The main reason is you have the MLS, you have the VLS. Both of them can go back and forth. As a seller, I can list on the MLS, have it expire, go to the VLS, have it expire, and reset all that data to 0 days on market. The problem is if they don't sell on any one of those platforms, you have a continued rising of inventory. It's slow, it's silent, It's like inflation, and it's going to continue. And unfortunately, no matter what platform you list on, you have to get aggressive with your property, because if you're not keeping up with the market, it's just going to sit, it's just going to hang out. You could go back and forth all you want. All it's going to do is gradually build inventory on both platforms. In the end, it'll end up hurting all sellers.
Thank you, Mark. A very good point. And you know, when we look at a listing, we always look at how long has it been for sale. If it's a short time, we feel more pressured to buy.
Right.
But if it's a long time, we're thinking, what's wrong with that house?
That's right.
But he made the point that sometimes people relist, and that goes back to day one.
Oh.
So when they relist. So there are a lot of homes here. There's a lot of things to choose from. In fact, some of the listings by the villages, some of those new homes are out there for sale. They're not in a lottery. You can just buy a home. I can't say why there are so many, but there are many. If you're looking for a home, there's a big supply of them out there.
It's time for Ask Amy.
Hey, Jerry and Linda, this is Sydney with Pittman Law Office. I wanted to send a reminder to your followers. If you have something in your will or your trust that designates a beneficiary to receive $1 or $100 and no more, and you're doing it with the intent that they cannot contest the will, I highly recommend against this. And the reason why is if you name a person as a beneficiary of your will or trust, even if it's just for $1, they are now automatically entitled to receive accountings of what's going through your probate estate or through your trust administration. And because of that, they'll be entitled to see what they are actually not receiving. In order to reduce some controversy for most cases and for most families, I recommend leaving in a sentence in your family paragraph disclaiming or disinheriting the person that you want to leave out. If you have any questions about that, please let us know at Pittman Law Office. Otherwise, thanks so much.
Thank you, Sydney. We appreciate you and the team at the Pittman Law Office so much. You know, they think of things that we would never think of. You want some puzzles? We got some puzzles. Let's take a couple right now. Look at this one. You've already gotten that one, don't you? Raise your hand if you have it. Oh, look, most everybody's got it. Do you have it?
No.
Time is on our side. Time is on our side.
Okay.
Isn't that a Rolling Stones song? Or is it my side? There you go. Let's look at this one. This one's a little harder. Look cool, road you. Pause your screen if you need to. There's no crime in that. Are you pausing your screen?
Pause, but I'm going to have to pause it for a day.
There's look to the left, look to the right, and that's before you crosses the road. Look left, look right before you cross the road. Did anybody get that? That was a tough one. Let's shift gears here. Y'all drive a stick shift? Linda can drive a stick shift. She's very good at it. Our first car was a Datsun 210 wagon. Brand new. We bought it new, $5,000. It was a rust bucket. After about 5 years, it rusted through. New cars are so much better, aren't they? We keep cars 10 years now, and they still look fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, look at that one. Does that look fantastic? You got that one? It's the name of a country. These next two are names of a country.
Got this one.
She got it? You want to tell them what it is?
It's Cuba.
Cuba. Cuba.
Cuba.
Okay. And our last puzzle of the day, a little bit harder because you have to figure out what that item on the left is to get it right. Can you get it? Who's got it? Oh man, only a few. Do you have it?
I don't know.
That on the left, you know what that is? That's a germ. And on the right, that's money. Germ money.
Germany.
Germany, that's a country.
I gotcha. I was thinking
Thanks.
micro and money, micro.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I mean, I know, sometimes they're tougher than they should be, and
right.
sometimes they're easier than they should be.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you playing along with us. We received a question that actually asked us to talk to our right-hand man, Mike.
Yeah.
This is a question for Mike, since he's a snowbird. How does he handle the maintenance and any issues that may occur to either his northern or village house while he's away?
Being a snowbird, I like to call it the seasonal relocation program. It hasn't been that difficult. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. Make lists, check them off, the garbage, the water, all that stuff. A couple things that we have noticed that can be challenging. Number one is the mail. Make sure your mail is forwarded properly. Keep track of it, because sometimes the bill will come 2 months late. So auto pay as much as possible. The biggest thing probably is having someone you know and trust that can be around the house. Stop every week, 2, 3. If you don't know anybody, there's companies that can hire to do that, to anticipate any problems. We've got cameras. I don't know how much security it provides, but it does give you a sense of connection there. Another thing is having duplicates. So you don't end up with 3 phone chargers in one house and 0 in the other. I've got glasses all over the place. We drive, some people fly. Mary brings a lot of clothes back and forth with her. I bring what it's on my back. So it's really not that hard. Make lists, keep track of things, enjoy it.
Thank you, Mike. Mike has just been so valuable to our channel. And he's the kind of guy that if you have a problem, you can ask, and he'll help you any way that he can. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, it's time for Pet of the Week. Do we have a pet?
We have a pet.
Yay.
We don't have a pet,
No.
but we have a Pet of the Week.
Yeah.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. We're Gary and Laura Zabel from the great state of Wisconsin, proudly submitting our large and in-charge gentleman, Vinny, for Pet of the Week. Born up north in Baldwin, Wisconsin, Vinny is widely considered Baldwin's finest export. Sorry, cheese curds. His favorite home is now with us here in Cambridge, Wisconsin, where he rules the house with a soft paw and a firm schedule for naps. We brought Vinny home as a tiny, heart-melting kitten, the offspring of the legendary Nick Fizz and Smile and Cheer Up. Yes, we suspect there was a lot of personality packed into that family tree. Leaving for work in those early days, well, absolutely devastating. Productivity across Wisconsin may have dipped slightly. Vinny is a purebred ragdoll and fully embraces the lifestyle, equal parts floppy, fabulous, and convinced he's royalty. His favorite pastime? Modeling seasonal hats like a true influencer. He's also very social, keeping up with his cat parents and human friends alike. We assume this is mostly to maintain his fan base. In 2024, Vinny enjoyed a lifestyle preview visit to the Villages, where he evaluated retirement options and judged several golf carts. This past winter, he stayed in a VRBO near Disney, where he took his role as pool deck safety supervisor very seriously, and he was watching everything from a comfortable lounging position. Vinny does not currently hold a traditional employment. His daily responsibilities include sleeping, eating treats, supervising humans, and accepting, demanding tummy rubs. It's a full schedule for him. He's also quite the traveler, having stayed at the historic Pfister Hotel in Milwaukee and making longer road trips to the Villages, Kissimmee, Davenport, plus memorable stops in Paducah and Montgomery. Wherever he goes, he brings charm, fluff, and just a hint of diva energy. We're enjoying and hoping that we can return to the Villages next year. Vinny insists he has important business to attend to, more likely just napping in new locations. See you when we get there.
How about that? Vinny Fizz. Vinny Fizz from Wisconsin. Very witty, very well done. Except for but other than that, pretty well done. And thank you. And you can all make this a project. Pretend you're going for your Eagle Scout, or you're doing something for school, or you're helping your kid do something for science fair. Film us a pet video and send it in and show the world that you love your pet. Here's a subject that comes up with our channel every once in a while. We'll get the question. I'll always answer it, and people want to argue with me. So if you argue with me today, put it in the comment section. Show us your opinion, because I've researched this quite a bit. Who pays when a golfer hits a ball out of bounds and it breaks a window, or goes through the screen of a lanai, or chips the side of someone's block and stucco home? There are varying viewpoints on it. The consensus here in the villages is they build the golf course first. Did you know that? They'll build that golf course, then they'll sell the lots all around it. So everybody that lives around a golf course knew that they were going to be living around a golf course.
And it's hazardous.
Yeah. And if I was there, I would look at that golf course and say, well, that's a tee box. I don't want that house. Because golfers can't predict where they hit their balls. Can you?
No, but if you're teeing, you're going that way mostly.
Well,
that means toward that house way over there.
Well, yeah, but if you hit it, for example, I'm kind of a long ball hitter.
Right.
But I'm not a straight hitter.
Okay. Oopsie.
So I try to keep it straight, but I don't always. That's the thing about golf. It's not intentional. There is the rub right there. Listen to what it said when I researched it. If a golfer on a public course hits an errant ball out of bounds, OB, that breaks a window, they are generally not legally liable for the damages, as homeowners on a golf course often assume the risk of damage. However, the golfer may still be responsible if they were negligent, trying to hit a house or something. Let me give you an example. There are a couple of championship courses here that have dog legs that go around a yard or a house. And sometimes the long hitters, not me, but some long hitters, want to cut that corner. So they may go over that house and boom, you hit something. I'm not sure that may be called negligence there. You want to make sure that you play the game the way it's intended to be played, and that's to keep your ball on the golf course. And then if you make a mistake, it's probably going to be the homeowner's problem.
Can I add something there and ask a question? What happens if you're golfing and your ball does end up out of bounds into their yard but didn't hit anything? Can you go get it, or should you just leave it there?
Technically, you are not supposed to trespass when you're on the golf course. You would leave that ball. But, I mean, of course, we all look around, and if nobody's around, we run over there and get it.
Yeah, if it's not too far. If it's really, really close to the house.
But you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. And sometimes you'll see homeowners that'll have a big bucket of balls on the edge of their property that say, donate to charity or take a ball free or something like that. So a lot of people are really good-natured about it.
That's right. So this next part is called Linda's Tidbits, because I love to read the newspaper, and I do that every morning. And I always clip out something that I really want to either talk about or show Jerry, oh, this is cool today. You know, lots of times he'll already know the information from other sources, but I like to clip. And this is the one I clipped out this week. Camp Villages is coming for the summer, and we have lots of information about that for Camp Villages and grandparents taking their grandchildren there. And the time is May 5th to sign up at the Azell Recreation Center, and May 7th is the Colony Cottage Recreation Center, and that's from 10 to 2, I believe. Let me look at that again, Jerry. 10 to 12. And so please take a notice of those dates, May 5th and May 7th. Sign up for Camp Villages for summertime.
Time for the Newcomers crew. This is the part of the show where we salute you. We wouldn't have a show without you. We think the world of you folks, and we've met so many fantastic people. And we like it when you send in your pictures, like the folks you're seeing on the screen, and share with us so we can put a face to that name that we see so often. And then we have a live show on Wednesday nights where people join us, and a lot of these folks that send in pictures will join us there. And I think it's fair to say that a lot of you have made good friends from the people that you associate with on our channel. So thank you all from the bottom of our heart. And that's going to do it for today's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
If you enjoyed our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with your friends, your relatives, neighbors, and everyone you know.
Hold it. She's going to ask you to subscribe. It's difficult to subscribe. It takes a really smart person to figure out how to subscribe. You can't do it on your television. You have to do it on your phone or your computer probably. But right below when you see our channel, if you click on our channel, it will say subscribe. So we need that.
Yeah.
YouTube is rough on content creators these days. So we need you to subscribe. We love when you comment. That tells YouTube that you like what we're doing.
Right.
And when you like it, it adds a little gravy on the potatoes. So thank you all so much.
Until next time.
See you when you get here.
We're going to have some bloopers.
I'm not going to have
It's
any
gonna be a
bloopers today.
bloop- yeah.
I'm not going to make
You're
them.
gonna make a
It's too
blooper.
hard.
They
It's too
love
hard to
them.
do.
They love them.
That's all bad stuff to say. I'm not saying it good.
Okay.
Nope. And that's going to do it for today's, what do I usually say?
Today's episode of?
No, today's not episode for today's. And that's going to,
Edition.
okay. We're,
Well done.
no. You know, we appreciate the people at, thank you, Sydney. We appreciate you at,
You and the team. Gonna have a blooper reel.
Nope.
We're gonna have one or two.
you guys want some puzzles?
Yeah.
Did I interrupt you?
No, I want you to do it.
You just talked 40 people out of doing it because they were afraid to sit on bird crap. Hold real still. We'll think, what else? A new home plus. I didn't like it. No, we're not going to say, don't say that.
Who's responsible for houses damaged during the golfing?
The golfing.
I don't know what to say. Who's responsible for damages?
You almost said see you when you get here, didn't you?
We're gonna have some bloopers.
I'm not going to have
It's
any
gonna be a
bloopers today.
bloop- yeah.
I'm not going to make
You're
them.
gonna make a
It's too
blooper.
hard.
They
It's too
love
hard to
them.
do.
They love them.